Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well today. Staying warm this cold winter. Let's cut to the chase. Today I just wanted to talk about this old UTech pilot ignition module that's used on some older York rooftop units. I know it's been used on some unit heaters and maybe some other rooftop brands as well. Generally, what I wanted to talk about today was just the basic operation of this module here, what you should be looking for in terms of ignition. Okay, so what you need to really look out for is you need to have 24 volts coming to your R1 rollout terminal. So 24 volts has to be present on the rollout terminal, and you need to have 24 volts present on the TH terminal for this ignition module to proceed with the ignition cycle. If you're missing 24 volts on either of those terminals, you're not going to get ignition. It's not going to spark. One thing to keep in mind that's a little bit confusing sometimes is the rollout switch. Sometimes you will have 24 volts on this R1 rollout terminal, but that rollout switch could just be a little bit resistive or maybe just a little bit of a voltage drop to ground that's causing enough of a voltage drop across it to make this ignition board do all certain types of things. I've seen it where it just doesn't light up at all. I've seen it where it just sparks for like a second and then stops. I've seen it where it would spark to ignite and then it'll drop it out. It'll drop out the flame. Nuisance faults, nuisance. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And usually when that happens, I want to say it's likely, very likely actually, that it is the rollout. And if it's not the rollout, then of course it might be the board itself. Okay, but generally speaking, what I'm trying to point out here is that rollout switch can cause a whole nuisance issue. So putting a jumper on that rollout switch just to test, okay, when you're having misfiring or whatever, when it just sparks for like a second and stops, to try and see if it makes a difference is definitely worth your while. And when it comes to these UTech old pilot ignition boards, okay. And then of course you got your pilot valve, your main valve, okay. And you got to have 24 volts coming to TH to start the ignition cycle. So that's how this works.